What's up, YouTube? So we are here back again at the cliche argument that is LeBron James the GOAT. Is he the greatest of all time? We're talking about this again. So we have Chauncey Billups, Paul Pierce, and Jalen Rose going to talk about some comments that LeBron James made. He said that he's the best player of all time. He's saying that he's the GOAT. I do believe while he was in at the barbershop getting his haircut or whatever show he had. So let's hear what they have to say about that.
Greatest of all time. Greatest of all time, Jalen?
Airness.
Greatest of all time?
Unanimous.
Okay, thank you very much. That being said, Jalen, I want to start with you.
Okay.
Yes, with me, I'm definitely going with MJ. And then Kobe mixed in with maybe Wilt Chamberlain and everybody else on down.
How do you feel about LeBron saying that about himself?
First and foremost, to me, LeBron officially passed Larry Bird and got into the top 5 when he won his final championship, his only championship in Cleveland.
And I'd like to add a little side note. Jalen's edge up is always crispy. Always crispy.
In my mind, he still has a way to go clearly to pass Michael Jordan, Bill Russell, 11 championships, 13 years, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar,
the captain.
And my heart just won't let him pass Magic just yet. I got to see a little bit.
What happened to Wilt Chamberlain? What happened to Wilt? 7'2"? Jump. He's got it's been rumored a 58 or 50-inch vert. Just because you played back in the day doesn't mean he's not a baller.
More. And so that's where I'm going on this topic. I appreciate how he's bringing this up. So millennials that only saw him play and continue to say he's the guy. But guys that's been around the game and young ladies, we've seen something else that's really special as well.
I agree with everything you're saying, Jay. I love it. I love that he stepped out there. I love that he stepped out there and said that. I don't remember any other player ever coming out and saying I'm the greatest of all time. I've never seen that.
You see, Chauncey, there's a reason why nobody's came up and officially said that they are the GOAT. Because nobody's that arrogant, that pompous enough to say something like that. Because they have respect for the players that came before them. They have respect for the ballers that were balling out before they got there. They have respect that set up. They have respect for the players that set up the future players to be able to make $30 million a year, to be able to have shoe deals, to be able to not have to work a 9-to-5 regular job during the offseason of the NBA. That's why they never said that they had to go. And for the simple fact that you never played. Everybody hasn't played with each other. That's why you never hear anybody officially say that they're the GOAT. That's why you never officially heard MJ say that he's the GOAT. Now, LeBron, you talking about the arrogantness. Let's see what else they have to say.
Before, I love that he's done that. He's on the Mount Rushmore, in my opinion. But I can't put him at the top. There's no way I can put him at the top. And at the end of the day, and he talked about this, that win, beating that team, made him the greatest of all time. Maybe if he would have hit that shot that Kyrie hit,
I mean, that is a part of the narrative.
I could see him maybe.
Exactly. The greatest of all time does not need to be bailed out by another player in a fashion that LeBron James was bailed out. Now, it's great to be confident, and you may feel that you're the best. You have to at some point in time. I bet you all professional players do, because you won't get to that level if you don't think that you're the best. You have to be mentally strong. But, to say what he said is just out of control. Out of control.
Maybe he's saying that, but I can't go there. I'm sorry.
You know what? We should turn to our resident self-promoter.
No, I don't know if you can self-proclaim this, because when you think of all the great players, like Jalen said, Kareem, Magic, none of them has never come out and said, I'm the GOAT. That's something up to like the fans, the writers, and former players. So when they come out with these ESPN rankings and all these other rankings, let that be the judge, I think. But the self-proclaiming, he's definitely up there. He's definitely top 5 in my book. But I think when you look at the accolades, the championships, Jordan, Magic, Kareem, they're all up there. Kareem has 6 MVPs, 5 championships. Magic, 5 championships with the MVPs, So and for him to come out and say it doesn't really sway which way you're going to go as far as...
the argument.
I just love that he said it. I really do.
I would think of the 3 guys
I don't hate it. You know why? Because he's probably been feeling that way, and I like the fact that he just said it.
Chauncey, like I said before, if you're a professional player, I'm pretty damn sure that you feel confident that you are the best. Because growing up your whole life, you've probably been the best at all sports, if not all the sport or any of the sports that you individually play. So of course you're going to feel that way. But you don't say it. You have a little bit of respect. You have a little bit of respect. I mean, it's good to be confident. It's great to be confident. But some things you just keep to yourself when you bring up certain situations. And if you're 3-6, you damn near better keep your goddamn mouth shut about being a GOAT.
Made me the greatest of all time.
Well,
whether I believe him or not,
play or a championship that
I like
makes
that he
you
said
that.
it.
Because it's not a play or a championship that makes you the greatest of all time. It's the course of the body of work that you.
Exactly, Paul Pierce. Exactly. It's not one game. It's not one event that makes you the GOAT. And we can see that with LeBron James being 3-6. And of those 2 out of the 3, he got bailed out by what, Kyrie? And the other one, Jesus Shuttlesworth? Ray Allen? I mean, come on, the GOAT doesn't need to get bailed out like that. I don't recall Jordan getting bailed up like that. I don't recall Kobe getting bailed out like that.
Put in. So
I mean, if you're gonna say that, he got a point.
But also, if that's the case,
he's the greatest specimen that we've ever seen.
But also,
no doubt.
his greatest
The greatest specimen? What's LeBron? Like, he's what, like 6'8", 6'9", maybe, 250, 260, fluctuating on whether or not he takes his little secret trips to Florida and back. I would say a physical phenom would be Wilt Chamberlain. I mean, how tall was that guy? How big was that guy? He was like 7'2", probably around 230, 240, something around there, which is skinny for 7'2". I heard rumors that he could bench press like 400 pounds. He can jump up and hit the top of the backboard. I mean, come on. Wilt Chamberlain was a beast.
individual achievement, which he acknowledged beating the Warriors, doesn't make him the greatest player of all time. That's a different thing. And also, for those that want to compare the two, Michael Jordan, when you talk about all NBA first team defensively, leading the league in scoring over 30 points per game, finals MVPs.
And I'm sorry, with LeBron James trying to hype up his beating the Golden State Warriors, for one thing, the donkey wasn't there because he bitched about how Draymond apparently hit him in his nuts and he didn't like that. So the donkey couldn't play. And then what was it? Iguodala was hurt. And who was their center? The center wasn't playing well either. So he played with the half-ass team. He beat a half-ass team.
Championships, like the categories that you guys hold personal to you, like just another level that MJ's on.
I'm sorry, I got to get back to that whole beating Golden State. And Curry was playing like garbage. He was missing a bunch of shots. And he was making bad decisions towards the end. I think at one point, like in the fourth quarter, like there's maybe 34 seconds left. I think they had the ball. And I think he made a terrible pass and it went out. Or he stepped out of bounds or something. So, whatever LeBron has to say about that, there's a no-go for me, or no-go.
I think this will end up being generational because it seems like people in our age group and higher, we sort of cringed at the idea of saying that you're the greatest of all time because there are living legends that you guys have all referenced. We've never heard them say anything close to that.
Right. And this definitely will be generational because there's people before us that probably don't think think of Michael like we think of Michael. So it's definitely a generational thing, and I'm pretty sure that the young kids that didn't really see this guy MJ play as much as we did, and they see LeBron James and Kobe. Kobe gets slighted in all this, by the way, but
is that the
when
number one guy who gets slighted, you think?
Absolutely.
It's two.
100%.
Who's the other?
Tim Duncan.
Yeah, Timmy for sure too.
And
Can you imagine?
But you know what? LeBron having these conversations and his accolades allow us and the fans to kind of put him ahead of those two guys.
But here's the crazy.
Nah, I don't put LeBron ahead of those two guys. Not at all.
Thing. Y'all probably gonna kill me. But
okay.
I think MJ is the greatest of all time. But I think Kobe is more skilled than any player that's ever played that I've seen.
I don't think.
Thank you, Chauncey. Thank you very much. I would definitely go with that. And we know Jalen Rose didn't have too much to say about that because Kobe dropped 81 on him. And Mr. Pierce, too, knows a lot about Kobe. Even though Pierce got one up on him with his dramatic plays. Oh, he's about to die. Let's drag him to the locker room. And then 10 minutes later, he comes out being dragged out like his teammates, like he's been shot in war or something. So I don't really want to hear anything from those two guys. But definitely, without a doubt, Kobe Bryant is the closest thing that would come to MJ. Especially when you talk about mentality, that killer instinct, wanting to beat you so bad you can taste it, wanting to beat you so bad that you want to quit, and your kids don't even want to start playing basketball. That's how bad MJ and Kobe wanted to beat you. Now, does LeBron James have that? Not at all. Not at all. When it comes down to the last second, LeBron doesn't want the ball. He'll defer to Kyrie. He'll defer to somebody else, even though he's been guarded by Steph Curry. I mean, come on. The man got swept last year.
That's not a bad. That ain't far off.
You rolling with that?
He's up there.
Yeah, Mr. Pierce got something to say about that. He definitely got something to say about that. Him and Kobe had some pretty good meetings. So you lean back in that chair. If you can read body language, you already know what his body language is saying about that.
He's just talking about skill.
That's good or bad.
Yeah.
But I agree with your question. LeBron putting the conversation out there allows the media and the fans to allow him to leapfrog Kobe and Tim Duncan and eliminate the conversation because he putting.
There's no way in hell the dumpster jumps over LeBron. There's no way in hell. And the rings prove it. The rings prove it.
Himself next to MJ.
What about the King James on the shoes? We're going to let that one go, right? We're going to let that go.
Oh, we don't want to talk about the shoes. We definitely don't want to talk about the shoes. Who's got the GOAT shoes? Oh, the Jordans will sell to the end of time. There'll be Jordans 5,000s. You kidding me? And the dumpster shoes? I can't remember the last time I saw somebody wear the dumpster shoes at all. I've seen more of Curry shoes around here than anything. And those things are like dad shoes. I'm out.